to go into the woods. I picked up some pine cones. This is an Atheris hispid. In other words, it's commonly known as a rough-scaled bush viper, and it's highly venomous. But when I looked at this particular snake, I thought of my cone. And if you break a cone down into its little pieces, they look almost like the texture of this snake. So that's why we're going to use the cone again today for this piece of artwork. So like before, we need to cut our cones in half. Then you simply just need to start breaking it up and picking off these beautiful pieces. When we look at the snake, we can see there's a lot of black pieces in between. So we need to put that in as a base coat first on our drawing. So taking our pastels again, just gently put in just a little bit of colour, not too much. And smudge it in. Now do this just on the three areas, this area and here. Now don't worry if you don't have soft pastels. Like I said before, you can use crayons, felts, colouring pencils, whatever you have. So the same process applies. I'm going to start with this patch and I'm just going to make sure there's loads of glue on it. Then you're just going to take all the pieces that you had already cut up like so and start arranging them and sticking them. It's going to take a little bit of time to do, so don't rush it. Now continue this process until all three areas are complete. It should start to begin looking like this. And if we look at his head, these tiny scales all come up right underneath the chin. So we need to repeat this process just underneath this line here. So we're just going to use some smaller pieces just to do this bit around the top of the head in the same technique. And then the rest is going to be done by using our markers, creating the multimedia abstract effect. So I'm now playing around with 3 colour markers. I've got 2 shades of green and a yellow. And I want to start just using these in the face area. When it starts to dry, take a pastel and gently just crayon over some of your pieces, because the snake does have quite a lot of yellow tinge to it. Complete this all over the snake. Now let's sit him into a background. He is actually right now sitting on some kind of a log, which goes to about by here. So above that I want to use a green and just put him as if he's in like the landscape. So just be careful as you go around. So just complete this until you've done it all the way around. So to finish off some of our art piece, I've been taking some of the old foliage we found in the garden weeks ago and cutting up and arranging it onto the woodland log area. As you can see, there is quite an abstract kind of greenery around the snake. So that's what we're trying to create in. So there you have it, your abstract piece of artwork of a rough scaled bush viper.